Senior Minister and International Trade and Industry Minister Datuk Seri Mohamed Azmin Ali denies that Malaysia is losing out on foreign investments for big multinational corporations to other countries in the region. Azmin stresses that Malaysia has become more selective in its investment agenda, no longer favouring labour-intensive industries, as the country does not want to be over-dependent on foreign workers. He adds that those types of companies can choose other countries. Azmin says that while maybe in terms of quantum the number of investments in Malaysia's neighbours seems to be more, he disagrees that big MNCs, including those in the field of technology or IT, are shying away from the country. He says the emphasis of the current government is on quality, where Putrajaya is putting more effort to attract companies that could create value for the local players and for the people. The concern was brought up following news reports of Malaysia falling behind its regional counterparts and peers in terms of foreign direct investment. In Jan, the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development said in a report that FDI into Malaysia plunged by more than two-thirds to just $2.5 billion in 2020, making it the worst drop in Southeast Asia. IBM will be shutting down its Global Delivery Centre located in Cyberjaya on May 31st. This comes 7 years after it was first opened in February 2014. According to an IBM spokesperson, the move forms part of its continual review of the most efficient way to source its products and services. IBM says the closure would not have any impact on its other operations in Malaysia. Apart from its Cyberjaya base, IBM also has a head office located in Bandar Utama, Petaling Jaya. The IBM spokesperson says that IBM remains committed to Malaysia and will continue to focus on building its capacity and capability to help its clients on their hybrid cloud and AI journeys. While the spokesperson declined to disclose how many jobs will be lost, online forums have been abuzz with talk that it would put over 1,000 employees out of work. IBM is not the first multinational to exit Cyberjaya in recent months. According to reports, German IT company T-Systems sold its business in Malaysia to private investment holding firm Quintefi at the end of November last year. Berjaya Corp was the most active stock on the bourse today, closing 17.8% up at 26.5 cent, with 418 million shares traded. In mid-afternoon trade, the counter had reached a two-year high of 30 cent, but was unable to hold on to its gains. Traders flocked to the counter, pushing the price up by nearly 50% since March 16, when B Corp announced the appointment of former PNB CEO Abdul Jalil Abdul Rashid as the first non-family member group CEO. Then on March 18th, B Corp said it was partnering with London-based merchant bank and investment firm New World Capital Advisors to provide advisory services in Malaysia. Hokong Holdings net profit for the second quarter of FY21 grew 6.7% to 11.35 million, due primarily to higher gold prices and a tighter hand on costs. The jeweler has been working on streamlining and strengthening its operations and business. This showed in the fact that while net profit improved, revenue for the quarter fell 8.2% to 231.4 million as the MCO and its various iterations impacted overall business. No dividend was declared for the quarter. For the first half, net profit actually rose 38.8% to 26 million, while revenue stayed fairly flat, dipping 0.8% year-on-year to 453.3 million. Hokong says it will continuously monitor the impact of current uncertainties on its operations, financial obligations, and performance. Electronics company Industronics has entered into a non-binding MOU with Bluemont Financial Group to explore the possibility of venturing into the financial services industry, specifically fintech. The agreement was entered into with both the Hong Kong-based company and its shareholder and director Lee Hock Yin. The MOU will be valid for 1 year. Bluemont is principally engaged in the business of financial services and recorded a profit of 3.2 million Hong Kong dollars on the back of 15.8 1.4 million Hong Kong dollars in revenue, according to its latest FY20 ended March 31st, 2020. Industronics says that should any collaboration agreement materialize, it is expected to contribute positively to future earnings.